Hello again, Uncle Yotoyakan. Well, Team Sweeney once again clowning himself here. We have seen all the debacle with AI, and I keep saying that AI is a tool, so there is not an issue actually if developers look, even artists use AI themselves to speed up process because they're trained AI with their own art. Or even they are skilled artists and they don't require the tool to make the stuff. But and this discourse with AI has started once again to be stirred up in a certain uproar from the AI derangement syndrome crowd. First of all, yeah, I know I'm going to once again insult those morons because they haven't shut up about AI derangement signals that it's just AI slap because I have seen a lot of hypocritical statements from them. One of the most notorious is when they see something that is actually good that is made with AI and they see, oh, it's good, actually good. And then that the moment that you tell them it was actually generated with AI, oh, this fucking disgusting. Why are you showing me something like that? And I have seen that recently with some accounts that make generated content with AI for a certain with certain art styles. At least there is a clear difference because it's also true that there is AI slap. When people refer to AI slap is when something that is obviously generated in mass is is made generated by tons. So people will say, "Oh yeah, the typical six fingers and all those details, the copy paste and all of that shit." So yeah, I have to say that it's true that it is actual AI slop, AI generated content that is slop, and it depends what people say. Okay, I don't mind and I don't mind, and we have seen it with artists, and we are seeing that well, AI is being adopted into development of video games. But the thing is, when you know the difference of both, you see, for example, like Arc Riders, and I remember they mentioned it, Claire Obscure's Expedition 33, that they it also used generative AI. It's an actually and yes, Expedition 33 is actually a very acclaimed game this year. It depends who is the one using the tool and if they actually are putting the effort into making it likable. But yes, the Tim Sweeney, why it is being torched this time? Yeah, it's because it's so bitchy about Valve forcing the disclosure of AI generated content, which I have to say I absolutely agree that something like that it is there. Simply because but when you know to difference from good AI content and AI slap, you see a lot of shovelware being displayed every single day on Steam or even in Epic Storefront. Because yes, Epic Store has also a lot of shovelware filled with AI slap. And that slap you see some very delusional morons that call themselves like creators that really want to show down everyone's throats for an insane amount of price, something created with novel AI. That's love. Yeah, and I have seen that that AI slot. I wouldn't mind if it's fucking cheap, like a fucking dollar. Which at that point, yeah, they end up selling that shit for $1. But there is some the other side, the other ones that feel so entitled to charge $80 for their AI slab, like Microsoft with Call of Duty Black Ops 7, yeah, Activision Blizzard. They 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 went full retarded, man. They used AI slab to insane levels, and we were seeing people reacting it to the AI slab with that Studio Ghibli art generated by the AI. That doesn't even make sense because there were some fucking banners filled with that shit for multiplayer objectives. So the players that fulfill say objectives could flan about that when they were winning in the PvP, but it was clearly obvious that it was dog shit. The whole game is dog shit, but it adds more salt to the injury that they put AI slap that it was obviously slap, while other ones are actually using AI content and in a very productive way that people seems to enjoy. But they are disclosing that. And Tim Sweeney said that Steam should label should drop the label for the AI market content because you see this fucking circle jerk here, so Matt Gorman Steam and all digital marketplaces need to drop the made with AI label. It doesn't matter anymore. I strongly disagree. It actually matters. But well, let's continue with Destiny. Agreed. The AI tag is relevant to add exhibits for authorship disclosures and to digital content licensing marketplaces, but buyers need to understand the right situation. It makes no sense for game stores where AI will be involved in nearly all future production. Here's the thing. AI is a tool. I have to repeat this because I'm not going to give any sort of grant to the AI derangement syndrome crowd. AI is a tool. It depends who is using it. And it's for art, it is for assets. At the end of the day, it depends of the person who is in charge of using it and how they actually polish to make something appealing. It is going to make the difference between AI art and AI slap, or AI content, or AI slap. So I'm repeating that. And a lot of indie developers, it helps them a lot because they see, oh, okay, so I can actually start something like that from scratch because look, I cannot afford myself to pay an artist yet. And even some of those saying, yeah, I was using AI for the assets, for at least for the mock-up and the skeleton of my project, but I would love to get the support and actually pay an artist, and which actually end up happening. Or on the other side, you have developers that they are even artists themselves that say, you know what, I can do this myself. I don't need the AI, and I can find people out there that can actually make the job just fine. That's acceptable and reasonable. Well, do you have situations where some artists that they feel so entitled and they have this moral faculty, which I covered in this channel too, where, for example, Lolly is the most notorious example of the divisive content among those artists because if you try to say to an artist, hey, I really like how you drop and really want to commission it a lolly art content. And then the artist go full retard on social media and starts smearing the guy that just simply wanted a commission with no drama. Those artists they're also entitled artists. They are they have too much baggage with their within their lives or even where it is with their moral faculty that gets people sick and tired. And you know what? Okay, I'm going to use AI. I don't need to deal with you, and that's it. But you see those artists that they don't have the talent and skills to compete with other artists, or to say in this way to compete with AI, and they get so bitchy. They get so bitchy and salty about that. But in this case, why Sweeney is getting destroyed is because he's defending Activision Blizzard. He's defending his friends. And yes, Uh, for this case, the AI derangement syndrome crowd and also absolutely everyone here have the right to dunk on this moron. Primarily because we have seen his friends being humiliated by Steam because yes, there is with Black Ops 7 they are refunding in master video game. Not only despite that they already were out of full refund window, since they didn't disclose the AI label, the Steam saying, "Oh, thank you for letting me know. Here's your refund. I'm going to sodomize this bitch," and it's actually happening. Yeah, Steam sodomized Microsoft and Activision Blizzard because yeah they used AI slop in overdose. So there is no surprise that there is still going to be the crowd of the anti-regiment syndrome, and they found a solid reason. But they also the other characters say, okay, yes, I'm still in favor of the AI. It's a tool, but yes, what fucking Activision Blizzard did is just fucking unacceptable. And there is a lot of also AI slot that they really want to charge a lot of money for it. And at this point, I have to say, no, fuck you. Because you cut corners. Actually, AI helped you to lower the cost of development and production. And yes, I have to say like this, even for some indie games, they have to disclose that because if they want to go to the certain pricing, yeah, people are going to be wary. It all depends on what they are producing and how they are producing it and how the uh, final user is going to consume that. It's how it is handled at the end of the day. But yeah, Tim Sweeney decided to take himself an L, a very big L, because yeah, his storefront is absolutely filled with AI slop, and he's getting people sick and tired. If it wasn't enough that Epic Store uh, shit show is, it's still been a shit show, man. Epic Store has been annoying since it has started, but they're running that at a loss. It doesn't make money, and Tim Sweeney since keeps wanting to double down on it. Whatever, right? At the end of the day, is how people see that content and they want to consume it, and also which platform is actually the best pro consumer. But yeah, we're talking about Tim Sweeney. Doesn't know any of those, or he knows and he is just fucking evil. That's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.